Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Welcome to Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We're live on Twitch and YouTube. Come hang out because live streams are very popular. We're going to talk about live streams a little bit later. But yeah, you can find us on Twitch and YouTube. Just search for @Tom and Dan Live, and on all social media. If you want to connect with us, ask us a question, or just participate @Tom and Dan Live.
Our two giant events are this weekend. Bad Business Beer Fest is Saturday, and Sofa and Suds Couch Races are Sunday. Both events. The pouring starts at 2 on Saturday, but get there at 1 for the gift bags and the pre-party and to get your sample cup or wristband. And then once 2 p.m. starts, that's when the band starts, and that's when the pouring and the free samples start.
That's
and
when
then,
you can start imbibing some of those delicious free beers.
And the couch races start at 2 p.m., so get there before to get a good spot to watch.
Yeah.
It will be packed. There will be thousands of people at both events. So get there early and have some fun. From the Orlando Talk Show, comedian Ross McCoy is here. How you doing, Ross?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Very good to see you.
I like how you do circular breathing to keep your plug going, but
Keep my plug going, keep it going.
you convert a little bit of it to burp. Just a little bit.
What's your conversion rate? What's your conversion
Trying
rate?
my hardest.
What is the conversion rate you feel like?
20%.
I think he's get 20% burp.
Yeah.
You've stopped dad burping a lot. You don't dad burp as much.
Yeah.
You used to dad burp a lot.
Yeah, I think that had to do with my diet. Maybe
Yeah.
more.
You don't really do it like.
Yeah.
Imagine if like Alicia Keys mid-song just like ripped out a 20% burp, you know?
Although I'm still drinking over the weekends, which I've told myself, like, I could keep it together. I could train hard and drink. I see some influencers on TikTok.
Train hard, party hard.
Talk
right?
about,
Yeah.
they're like, I'm a marathon runner that still enjoys some alcohol. And then everybody attacks them from the running world.
And
They
he's
can't
like,
do it.
I run hard and I drink hard.
And I'm like, this guy's got it now. Meaning, like, he's 22 years old, so he's like,
I mean, you can do anything. Yeah. At 22, you can do anything.
So
I think the scientific consensus now is to base your health and life off of TikTok influencers. That's what to do.
So I'm still trying to convince myself that I could do both, but it's a rough life.
Well, you're not doing a
and
lot.
I'm slacking on one of them. You know which one. Anyway, let's talk. Ross, did you see the Vans Warped Tour was this weekend?
I did.
Yeah.
Hot on the heels of EDC, right? We had like 2 big back-to-back events here in town.
So Daniel figured out the reason why they are back-to-back is because they share staging, and that's a way the Vans Warped Tour has figured out a way to cut costs.
I think he was able to. What's his name? Kevin Lyman.
We interviewed him one time.
Kevin. I'm just gonna call him Kevin.
The founder of Vans Warped Tour.
Yeah, Vans Warped Tour, Kevin.
So like EDC takes every other week off and like travels or whatever. Then Van Warps uses their stages, and then they move the stage to the next.
No,
event?
it's 2 weeks or a week prior. They'll come in, set it up, and then EDC uses it because they have multiple stages. So they'll just set it up, and then they flip the footprint for Vans, and then that way he can cut 50% of his cost right off the top, because he wasn't going to do this anymore. In fact, we interviewed him a couple of years ago
At the last,
I'm circle breathing as well and dad burping my brains out.
dude. A couple years ago. It was pre-COVID.
Okay,
because
5 years ago.
Yeah. It may be more than that. But that's when
My wife the other day, we were talking about this one kid we haven't seen. Their family moved away. We haven't seen him in a number of years. She's like, how old is he now? Like 8, 10? I was like, he just got into college, babe.
COVID stole a lot of time from me.
That's what happens. Also, when you're get old, the years fly by.
yeah.
And it's like, I can't even know what happened in 2024.
I know. Where's that go? I don't even think I did anything in 2024.
2024, that's a dead year. Nothing happened then.
I didn't do anything.
So when we interviewed the guy, he was telling us how Vans Warped Tour was coming to an end, and that was the end of it or whatever. And now it's back, and it seems bigger than ever because I was looking at videos over the weekend, and it was slammed. And then the feed this year.
Here's some of the feed. feed. I'll put this up for you guys to see.
So my buddy Dre was playing this feed when they were playing in California, and the Vans Warped Tour live feed for these shows are great. You could see every band.
I mean, look at that. That's 4K. They got like scaffolding shots, drone shots.
Ooh.
Yeah, the production is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I might have to edit.
Why would you
this.
go?
Well, that's what Daniel said.
That's what I said. So I didn't know they were going to put this much money, and you can see this feed. I've got a little bit of it up right now, so you can kind of see the quality of it. But I don't think I've ever seen. I've watched a lot of YouTube, and I don't think I've ever seen one that good. And it was free, and they had 2 of them. They had it for both stages. There were no commercials. None running.
Commercial free.
Commercial free. Like, I would just click it, and I had prepared myself to, like, click it, walk to the fridge, get a drink, come back, and then by that time, 30 seconds of the 2-minute thing. No.
Right.
It went right to
Yeah.
whatever the band was playing. I forget the name of the band. It was some punk rock band I didn't know, but they sounded great. I was like, I'm leaving this on all day.
Wow.
So I just left it up and bounced between feed 1 and feed 2. It was so good, man.
So I have a theory about this because when we interviewed Kevin, he basically said he was like ending Vans Warped Tour because he was like basically tired of the grind because it was so difficult to do, whatever. And now that it came back, it looks super popular. People wanted it back.
Yeah.
Like I heard a lot of people talking about it. People have been watching the feed. The feed has been great for marketing the tour coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, people have been watching this feed since they started in California, so that's like worldwide. I think it gets millions of views, right?
Oh, it already has. I mean, there were hundreds of bands too. They just, like, in Orlando alone, we had 133 bands.
What?
So most of the bands that I saw, like, I had no idea who they were. Like, I would just turn it on and just start watching it. But the audio quality, the video quality, it never interrupted itself once, right? Like, it never did a spinning thing. They never had a bad shot. They must have thrown millions of dollars at it.
How did they get that many vans in and out of the fairgrounds with a thing going on? That seems impossible.
Yeah, no, I like
Just the vans for the bands alone, 133 bands.
That's
you're right.
Each one of them wearing Vans. 133 bands wearing Vans.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was about the shoes. It's the Vans Warped Tour because they're bringing 133 vans to every city.
No, but it was. I've never seen anything like it. And then I asked you, like, well, how do you make money on the live stream? So this company that Kevin partnered with is called Insomniac. And I think I'm getting that right. They're the people that do a lot. They do Glow in Washington, D.C. That's 2 weeks before Vans Warped Tour. You know, EDC, I think, is one of these events. A week or 2 weeks before Orlando Vans Warped Tour.
Okay.
It's really clever.
But also, production costs for these type of things have gone down a lot. And if you get like a punk rock production company that wants to like cut this guy a deal and do like, I think you could do this for a lot cheaper than like giant corporations. Like they'll pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to bring in a production company.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it looked it.
I think you could do this for on the cheap with with a bunch of different, like, I know there's better than GoPros, but like that's, you know what I'm saying? The cameras are cheaper. You could use,
well, they've been doing it for so long now.
Stagnant cameras
That their
around.
festival
Yeah.
setup, like, I mean, what do you need? People to run the cameras? Is that all you need? Because the camera's already there.
But you
That's
could
part of
fix them all and then just have a control booth going back and forth if you want, right?
They did have many of those, but I'll tell you, they also had a couple guys working.
Yeah.
But you're right. They did have, for the most part, they've done this. They know exactly what they're doing. So a lot of the stagnant camera angles were incredible. And I'll say more than anything, as a sound guy, like, the sound was good. That's what made me keep it on, because I was like, oh, this is like being at the concert.
Yeah. But they are underutilizing the marketing money that they could make on something like this. And it's because I think of the punk rock culture has always been like, if you market too much or if you try to make money, you're a sellout. And I think some of this is still attached to the Vans Warped Tour.
It could be, yeah.
Which shouldn't be, because I feel like the audience at this point, everybody, okay, I went to the Vans Warped Tour when I was in middle school, right? I think a lot of us did.
Yeah, I think we all did.
You know, in the 90s, the late 90s, that's when the Vans Warped Tour was the biggest. And the nostalgia aspect of this is bringing back a lot of middle-aged people that went, and speaking of the stream, that's why a lot of middle-aged people, they're not going there live. They're just watching the stream like, a lot of us. And but I think we'd all wouldn't fault Vans Warped Tour for adding some commercials in here to help
I expected
continue this to go.
No,
you know, we're not gonna be like sell out. You know,
No.
like we're all middle aged at this point. We're like, you know, Kevin wants to make some money, for Warped Tour wants to make some money. Put some commercials.
I had gladly set aside a solid 2 minutes to sit there and watch a couple commercials on like some new Pixel phone or something, right? You go through those, and then it goes into the stream, and then every maybe 15, 20 minutes, it'll interrupt with a minute-long commercial. No big deal, but dude, I'm telling you, they ran no commercials on this.
And there's plenty of punk rock companies that are huge now, including Vans and like other brands adjacent to that you could run commercial advertising on this and make some money on the stream. But to do nothing is crazy to me, because you're like leaving all that on the table. And going back to why this guy stopped in the first place, it seems to me like, you know, you make the grind or make it more beneficial for you, because he probably would have kept it going if he was making millions on it.
Well,
like he should have.
He did. Look, one of the things he did that's super smart is I think he pulled back to 6 shows. So I'm going to pick my 6 best Vans Warped Tour cities, and we're going to do those 6. I think that's what he did. It may even be less. But
that's like 1,000 bands that don't get to play now.
Right. Yeah. You're right. Or more and more. It could be 10,000 bands. You know.
By the way, scale down the bands.
133 bands. I can't get over it. If he's charging them each like $100 to park, he's making money. I think that's the thing.
DC is a bigger punk rock area than us. Sorry,
Sure.
just more heralded. I think they had
New York's
170 bands.
Jiminy
I think
Christmas.
DC had more bands than we did. But anyway,
Wow.
my point is that so he scaled that back, right? He said we're only going to do these shows. So the chat room's telling me that the reason there were so many people there is, I mean, obviously he did supply and demand. He limited where the shows are going to be. So if you were in the Southeast, you had a choice of DC or Orlando, right? And you could go in July.
It's cool that he picked Orlando.
I mean, I think like even when we talked to him, he said like some of the
Florida,
some of the most iconic shows, you know, like Vans, like there was that TV show Roadies was all. I mean, like a lot of that happened here in Orlando.
Also, if you're going for that scarcity thing and you're planning to draw the whole Southeast in, we've got the hotels for it.
Yeah.
True.
People make it a trip,
True.
a destination. And
now
now,
the camera guys, let's be honest. I mean, if there's anybody going to do a stream, us or Vegas, right?
well, think about it. Like
Sure.
now, you know, the fans of Vans Warped Tour are all middle aged and have kids. You go to you know, to turn this into you know, go to the parks with your family and stuff. The dad and mom go to, you know, whatever.
Oh, yeah. There's lots to do here.
you know,
Beaches,
you
even if
could
you
pro-
don't, even if you
bring
don't want to
your
do the
kids.
parks, just go to the beaches.
Also, Vans Warped Tour is probably kid friendly at
It
this
is.
point.
I mean, you'll hear a couple F-bombs from, you know, Lagwagon or somebody up there, you know, but that's fine.
I don't
Yeah,
think
there's plenty out on West Colonial for kids to do. East Colonial.
Yeah, but I
West
just like it's not what like the Warped Tour used to mean back in the '90s, like punk rock, you know, that kind of, you know, like hardcore punk rock. Like when I went to Vans Warped Tour, when I was a kid, I would have definitely not said it was kid friendly or like, you know.
I would agree with that.
And people didn't, not that I remember, but
Didn't bring kids.
You know, it
Yeah,
wasn't about
it's
that.
become it's aged into what it is now.
Yeah.
Which is actually a pretty decent. I like what it is now. You
Yeah,
know,
of
like
course.
because I think young kids that if you want that true punk experience, I think you can go as a single, you know, boy or girl or whatever, and go and watch that one band you really wanted to see and get that punk rock experience. But the dad that loves Descendants can still go and bring his kid on his shoulders to let him see, you know, and share a moment, you know, without having to worry about somebody barfing on him or something.
So what's the lineup?
I was
Oh
gonna
my
say,
God.
like, you know, leave 130 bands out. Just give us the big 3.
I mean, there's so many. We got, let's see here, 408, All Time Low, Angel Dust, Asking Alexandria, Atmosphere, August Burns Red, Avril Lavigne, Beauty School Dropout, Big Ass Truck, Bless the Fall, Bowling for Soup, Boys Like Girls, Carpool, Cartel. Like, I mean, it just goes, it's an endless.
We're almost to the D's.
Yeah, I mean, it's just endless. Ice Nine Kills, Jacob's Castle. I mean,
What are the biggest?
I think the
guess
biggest
the
we
headliner.
got would have been 303.
Huh?
Oh, an
I don't
all-time low. Probably an all-time low. And
Heard of one of
Fishbone.
those.
Fishbone.
I saw Fishbone at Warped Tour in
What?
the '90s.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Fishbone have been playing Warped Tour. Like, they are probably one of the most decorated.
That's
Do they do anything else? I wonder. They might just play Warped Tours.
Yeah, the biggest ones were Asking Alexandria
okay.
and Angel Dust. Angel Dust is a big band. We played them on the Friday Free Show. That's more like punk ska.
There's
So-
some bands that can't, like, I mean, something like a Lagwagon. I don't think the singer can sing that much.
Now
right?
here, I'll throw somebody out there that's mega big, but he doesn't carry the same amount of weight in this lineup, and MGK played it.
Okay.
And if you're arguing big pop star,
Right.
I mean MGK out
Yeah,
of all
yeah.
those bands is probably the most recognizable. I don't like him. He's fine. He's a whatever. It's not my thing. I shouldn't say I don't.
I don't
like
even know
him.
what
I
type
don't
of-
know him. But
Is he classified as punk rock?
it'd be like pop punk. It'd be like what
Okay.
Avril Lavigne was trying to do back in the day, where it's
Yeah.
not really punk, and your friends are certainly not going to say it's punk. But to some kids, it's a little more aggressive pop music, so that's fine.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, there's so many on here. I can't even list all of them, but I'd say he's probably one of the bigger ones on there. Escape the Fate is big.
I just saw a lot of people going to. Now, do they still? How do they handle? Because I remember when I was at Warped Tour and a young Tom Van.
You rode your
What'd you wear?
Brontosaurus.
What'd you wear?
I'm Jinkos.
I was
Did you wear a band shirt? You wear a band shirt?
No, like a Marlboro
yeah.
Miles shirt of some sort,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah.
I had a Less Than Jake shirt, a NoFX, Primus.
I'd laugh
That's
if
a
you
lot
wore
of
the
shirts to
Primus
wear
shirt.
at once, but
So and I made jokes about this before, but there would be like teen girls that would body surf, right?
Oh yeah, they
and,
still do it.
and then while they were body surfing, like a bunch of
Uh,
teen boys and
animals?
grown men,
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, yeah.
and some old punk
yeah.
rock men, like they were old at the
yeah.
time,
Some
like
just an old pervert. I
yeah,
think,
old perverts
who's
would
brave enough just to stand there.
would just be grabbing them as they body surf around, and they play,
Yeah.
and everybody would do it, and they'd go over my head, and then people would be like, "Oh!" They're grabbing. It'd be a sea of perverts grabbing
Yeah.
teen girls.
Well, some of the
then
hands
I'm
are
like,
not
oh, wow.
perverted. Some of the hands are not perverted.
yeah,
but
some
the-
people just want to.
Yeah, to propel the girl away from the perverts, but
Yeah.
some of the perverts' hands get in there. But either way, it does propel them.
yeah.
But sometimes you'll get a shoe or get a bra strap,
You
and
think
you're like,
that-
you gotta slap them. Get out of here.
It's the closest I've ever seen to the visualization of Easy for Me.
It's a culture
Uh,
visualization.
You know when you go to hell and a million hands are coming
Oh,
out of the
yeah,
lava?
yeah. Hitler comes out of the lava.
Yeah.
It's
It's the
like
hell
Hitler
hands.
and Stalin and
Yeah. It's the closest to that I've ever
Mussolini.
seen. Where there's a bunch of people like
Okay,
like
yeah.
the paintings,
and they're
you see,
grabbing for you.
and they're just grabbing you out of the lava. That's
No,
what,
they're trying to pull you into the lava
yeah. But
and burn you too.
but this is just like you're floating
your
on
hands
top
off
of the
me,
hell
Hitler.
hands. Anyway, so does that still happen?
I mean, I'm sure it does, but I think
Not as much though.
No, people were saying the crowd surfing this year was crazy, but I think it's faster crowd surfing. They've gotten wise.
and
They do faster crowd surfing so you can't grab.
And some of the punk rock dads now, if they see grabbers,
Or they'll stomp you out.
They're gonna stop that, right?
Yeah. Well, they
because
have
back
now
in the
they have
90s,
YouTube channels called
yeah.
Stomp Out. So
Yeah.
they're like, this guy was grabbing a teen girl. Now I'm gonna stomp him out on my TikTok. Like and subscribe.
when we went to see Baby Metal and there was that circle mosh pit, there was like informal justice in that pit. Like
Yeah.
if somebody got too
Yeah.
aggressive,
Yeah.
like dudes would circle them out, and
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
it was
and move them away.
yeah, it was weird.
You know, in the 90s, no social justice.
No.
No,
There's
no.
no justice.
That was the whole point of the
Yeah, you
mosh
just
pit.
put your hands up and grab. You just get hands up and grab.
And people are cheer you on.
Yeah, I was like, how do I do this? They're
Yeah.
like, just put your hands straight up in the air, no matter what. Just don't stop grabbing.
Also, at the Warped Tour, a lot of teens flashing the band.
In
That was
my
happening.
generation, yeah.
Like
In my
and,
generation,
I mean,
too,
and
yeah.
they were obvious teens. Like I was a teen. I was 13 years old, and I remember like these girls are
Yeah.
still in high school, and
I
they
was
are
like, why
flashing.
is that boy flashing the pan?
Yeah. No cameras though. That was like
Yeah, well, they hadn't invented it.
Well, the band had cameras.
Yeah.
I mean, there was like regular, like I guess
Yeah, the
uh,
Instamatics.
Yeah. The disposable cameras. I remember those were people get those for.
But
like,
you didn't
concerts
think
and
it
stuff.
wasn't. But you didn't think like, oh, let me get my disposable camera and take a picture.
No, you
of
had to
that.
wind it.
Yeah,
and stuff.
you didn't think about that.
Yeah, and like no one was holding it up, waiting. Like,
Yeah.
You were holding.
Now
it.
people will just hold their phone
Yeah,
up like
they'll
on videoing. Yeah.
they'll watch the concert through
I
their
hate
own
that.
phone.
I hate that. I see people watching it. They're like, and I'll see them like doing a really artistic zoom on like they're like, oh, I'm like, what
Yeah.
the F are you doing?
I like watching everything through your phone, real life. You're just you're zooming. I guess it is like
can't
binoculars,
look, man.
digital binoculars.
If you're looking through your phone, you can't grab.
Here's one that really bothered me. This I didn't even care. It was a show my wife wanted to go to. We went, and this lady was in front of us filming the whole show. Like the beginning, the guy coming out, like getting his guitar. She's filming, doing the little like scroll in, scroll out, Dan. And then, I don't know, like 20 minutes into the show, middle of a song, the guy's playing a song. She just stops the video and goes to pee. I'm like, why the whole?
So, let me tell you about St. Augustine over the weekend. So,
That's where I went to school. You better tread lightly. That's where I went to school, man. Flagler College.
You see a ghost?
So we saw.
What's old St. Augustine like these days?
We saw that they were doing their lighting ceremony. Like every time some town, they do a Christmas tree lighting or something, you know what I'm saying? So everybody gathers around and then they turn on the lights. And then
What is St. Augustine like? Like a giant pirate skeleton?
That'd be pretty cool, right?
They have a
treasure chest of some sort.
He's got a sword.
Yeah.
They got a huge Christmas tree in the square.
But it has one of those metal helmets that the Spaniards wore on the top of it. A conquistador helmet.
And obviously the whole city is basically lit up. Like I guess during the holiday season, like you go to St. Augustine, it draws a bunch of tourism just for the lights alone.
Yeah.
There's like over a million lights that light up the city. And so this past weekend was the lighting ceremony on Saturday, and then me and Crystal were like, all right, we're gonna have a rough next 3 weeks or so is gonna be crazy slam with these two big events coming up. Then we're going camping for Thanksgiving weekend. Crystal's family's coming the day before Thanksgiving, so we're cooking Thanksgiving dinner with them before.
And you're on Family Double Dare with right? Aren't you guys doing Family Double Dare this year?
And so we're like, how about a relaxing trip up to St. Augustine? We'll take the boat up there, even though I'm just loading all the time. I'm like, my whole life is
I laugh
loading.
that it's like you're like a relaxing
Everything's
trip.
loading.
Why don't you sit on your couch? That's relaxing.
Yeah, at home.
Yeah,
in your house.
Let me load up a vehicle and drive it hundreds of
Oh, no,
miles
what
down the.
Let me have a beer on the couch watching TV. That sounds relaxing.
Yeah.
By the way, the hour and a half drive to Daytona pulling a boat is the most stressful drive. Like just because, especially at night too,
It's a
coming
white
back.
knuckle night.
My lights aren't working.
Oh my God! Slam on your brakes.
I'm going 65.
Some old Mima eat your prop.
The semi trucks are. I'm like everything I love is in my truck. I'm just driving. I'm like, oh my God.
Is it blowing you around?
Hungover still. That's what they call it. Anyway, we go up for the lighting ceremony, which the lighting ceremonies.
You need your boat for that?
No.
It seems like lights are mainly ground based to me. Like there's not a lot of lights at sea.
We like taking.
They like to one up everybody because if you walk or you drive there, you're a lame-o. But if you
Okay.
drive up on a boat, you're better than everybody.
Oh, okay. Like he's like a Squidbilly. He's got his boat truck boat.
The boat ride is the only fun part for me.
Correct.
You said like going to St. Augustine, the crowd, the lighting ceremony. I'm about to bitch at about how stupid it is, and then all the stuff at the destination I don't care about. It's only the drive up and the drive back. Anyway, so that's why we take the boat. We put it in Daytona, then go. We've done it dozens of times now.
You think he'd
Sounds super exciting.
Yeah, I think he'd be tired
it's a nice
of it
ride
by now, but
We've done it dozens of times.
it means so much to me.
So we go up there. The boat ride's nice. The beautiful weather. At least.
The weather was incredible.
Oh, yeah.
So we get there. So the light. Let's talk about a lighting ceremony. So
Well, it
like
depends on what we're doing. We doing Rockefeller Center here? Are we doing like what are we doing?
any of them were like all that really happens.
No, not any of them. When you got Ariana Grande kicking off, singing the Christmas
Right.
hits before they plug it in.
The spruce tree's 300 feet tall.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's the most anticlimactic ceremony of ceremonies. Because follow me with this. So like the
National Honor Society is pretty bad. I'll put it. That's pretty bad.
because and it fools everybody and it fooled me. Like I go.
Well, how
to
do
these,
you
like,
feel? Let's walk through this. How did you feel? How did the fool feel fooled? How did you feel fooled?
What were you looking for going into this
Well,
goddamn
lighting
ceremony.
ceremony?
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
pulled
know.
the wool over my eyes.
I don't know what we're all looking for. Like we're all there. You see what I'm saying? Like
So you have no idea why anybody was there, and you feel fooled.
and I think we're all we all felt fooled.
Can I guess what happened?
You
Can I
know.
just guess?
Yeah,
There
we
were
know.
some lights.
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
At first they were off.
So I have a plan to fix this, right?
You have a plan to fix what? This
No,
particular lighting ceremony
No,
or
all lighting ceremonies.
all
Okay,
right.
okay. So here.
Lights just come on.
Yeah, so-
They're on all the time.
No. So here's the problem with it, right? Because I've been to enough of these and I figured it out.
Yeah, and you're sick of feeling like a fool.
And
So
we're all fooled.
how many lighting ceremonies did it take you to figure out what was happening?
This is
just
like the
figured it out.
30th or 40th lighting ceremony.
I just figured it.
He's been working on. What if this was his life
By the way,
work?
Daniel, play the video for a second. Play it for Ross.
Hold on,
You
okay,
won't
here.
believe how many people are here for this. Like it'll blow your. I mean, more than the Warped Tour.
I heard people rub boats even.
Look at that.
Oh, look at this! Look at this, Ross. It's a sea. It's like a European power metal festival. Like, I mean, it is endless sea.
It is but the nut.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
there's no getting out of that. Like that is not what I don't like that. That's
Also,
not what I like.
the kids can't see anything. They're down.
Yeah.
But they're just looking up at a bunch
Well,
of
yes,
butts.
me too, me too,
And
yeah.
people are farting in
Yeah,
their faces.
farts and weenies.
Yeah. By the way, like I'm never that paranoid, but like there were so many people that the cell phones didn't work. So like the kids have these watches because we took friends of ours kids.
Yeah.
So we had 4 kids with us, just me and Crystal.
That's
And-
relaxing.
And so I'm extra stressed when I'm in charge of other people's kids.
I know what we need. We need to take other people's kids to a crazy packed event to relax and blow some steam off.
Just because it's going to be an awkward conversation when I tell you that something happened to your kid, like I don't want that. like how awkward is that? I have to tell
I wouldn't.
you.
No, I would never say it.
If
You
the
know, I have
phones
to
aren't
say it.
working, you don't have to call them.
I would never say it.
But
I'd make Andrea do it.
we're holding the kids' hands. We're like, man, if you get lost in this sea, like it's gonna be a scary couple hours because there's no, we're just gonna have to wait
Yeah.
till it all thins out, and we'll find you eventually.
You
I guess.
formulate a plan.
Yeah. You know what? We're bad at plans. So we didn't tell the kids nothing. We're
Just say like, hey, if you get lost, meet back here by the old gingerbread man.
Yeah.
Imagine being some random 12-year-old having to hold Tom's hand at a lighting ceremony.
Yeah, how cold that hand is too.
But, by the way, kids do not care about lighting ceremonies.
What?
This is boring. as hell. Yeah, so
Who was pushing the lighting ceremony though? Who was really making it? Like, why even go?
no, because we're fooled by it. I'm telling you. We're like,
But what did you expect to see?
Everybody was fooled.
Who
What
got
did
you
you
a big
expect?
light?
What did
No,
you
they're like,
expect?
hey, it's the St. Augustine lighting
You didn't
ceremony.
wander into a trap.
And I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna be good. We'll take the boat up there.
Did
we'll
you
go
get a
for
card
lighting.
in the mail? You didn't see an ads on TV?
It's
was
on
there
Facebook.
Was there Facebook?
What did you expect, and how are you gonna fix it?
No, I knew what to expect. I just didn't think about it, and no one did. We're all there, a sea of people.
What about Crystal? She had to have known what was coming.
No, she didn't. We're all fooled by the grandiose lighting ceremony.
Blinded by holidays.
There was okay, so here's how you fix it. So this is they tried to fix it with bands playing beforehand and stuff, but that's better than the actual finale. See, the bands are
you're
fine.
Like, oh, put the band
Like,
back on.
they're playing holiday music. There's a bunch of bands, and they got they're playing music, and everybody's like, okay, this is good.
Yeah.
So then the mayor comes on. He gives a speech where no one can hear.
mayor?
I don't even know
Of
who's
St.
up there.
Augustine.
I don't know. Someone's talking where you can't hear nothing because there's so many people there. It's crazy.
So you assumed it was the mayor.
Yeah, or whatever. Someone in charge. But here's how to make it better. You need to king. You need some sort. Because what happens is
Did
they're
your
like,
brain just
no. You don't know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying. You need it to act like it's not going to turn on.
Right.
You need it to act like it's like gang, 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 gang.
Yes.
And then come on.
Because
Everything goes too smoothly for you.
Yes, because they always go 3, or they do a 10-second count off or whatever, and they go 1, and then it's just on.
And then you want it to be like ding, 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 ding.
or start them in little groups like dung, 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 dung,
Boom!
dung.
Ultra mega.
Yeah, you want it to like.
Yeah, because
So
all
if-
they do is like the mayor plugs the plug in, and it's like ding, on, and then everyone's like, "Hey!"
It's
and
like-
then it was like, "Let's get the hell out of here." That's what happens.
I do like it's like so
then-
it comes right on. Everyone's like, yeah. And they're like, let's get the hell out of here. This place sucks.
Crystal didn't even watch it because she's like, everybody's gonna pour into the restaurants as soon as this thing goes on.
So what does she pour into the restaurant early?
No, yeah, she's like, I'm gonna go get a seat early. I'm gonna miss the ceremony.
Andrea's been rubbing off on her. Don't let Andrea do that to her, man.
Luckily, we did because everybody said it
It's
was
a good thing Crystal blew off the ceremony.
And she was right. It was stupid.
It's like if you
at
went to
least-
the 4th of July and they set off all the fireworks at once. You
Yes.
build,
Yes.
and then you have a big finale.
Yes.
I kind of see what you're saying, Tom.
The fourth of the fireworks,
Yeah.
big fireworks, got it. Big lights are screwed up. They need to start them, or like they need to figure out some fuse of lights that go. Then it hits the tree, and then boom, the tree goes on. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
set up some sort of like light that snakes through St. Augustine. And you're like, oh, here it comes.
Oh, it's coming. Oh, we're by my house. Okay.
And then it hits the tree, and then boom,
Yeah.
it comes on. But it's just like, here, turn on the light. Tick. And then everybody's like, get the hell out of here. It stinks.
I do like when they plug it in. Everything comes out there like, well, that's it.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
And everybody's like, oh. And then they just everybody immediately tries to run to their car at once.
And Tommy, Max, if you guys are listening, this is what Daddy was thinking about when he was staring into the air at dinner.
So then at dinner,
Where'd you guys eat?
okay, I don't even know the name of the place Crystal found, but in front of us there was
It was the Waffle House.
It was on St. George, and there was I mean hundreds and hundreds of people just flowing down the street both ways.
Yeah,
like to and never ending, right?
Yeah, and you know how you could see them? Thanks, lights.
So there was a person right on the corner. It was pretty cool because we got like a free dinner show, and the fact that it was like a crazy person dressed in a like as a Christmas tree, and then he had 2 inflatable snowmen. Right, and he was sitting there, and like you couldn't tell it was a person. Like basically, the whole Christmas tree outfit looked like a decoration. So he posed as a decoration on the side of St. George Street, and then he just scared people like "Bah!" as they walked by. And then that was what and you would get tipped for it. Oh, but there was also a stream involved.
Absolutely, there was. Yeah.
Oh, I found this guy. I found him.
Yeah.
He's a Florida bushman.
Yes.
You guys have been in the same room as him. I think he was at Mo's Bowl-a-thon, wasn't he?
Was he?
I'm 90% sure, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Tom doesn't like this guy. He
No.
wants to start a radio war.
No, I know.
He wants to start a radio war with the Florida
No,
bushman.
he found an like a niche, and this is what
How many followers do you think Florida bushman has?
more than us.
328,000 followers.
Yeah.
I guess I had assumed you guys had already interviewed him because you'd been in close conjunction
No.
from time to time. You just found out about the Florida, and you got to see him live. That's kind of neat because I follow him online.
He so that's and like Crystal went and talked to him and and gave him a tip because we're just and like he had no voice because he literally sat there for an hour straight and some people were getting mad.
It's very hard work to wear a ghillie suit and scare dumb people on the streets of St. Augustine. What this guy's doing is truly unique.
And so, how interesting is it that we're in at a time where you can monetize and make a living out of this kind of
Actually, it's
entertainment.
739,000 followers.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
double what I thought.
And so I wonder how often does he do it? Like, does he just do it for just these big events?
I mean, he already has the St. Augustine videos up, so he's hustling.
Yeah.
Like, he already has it up, like, immediately.
He probably, I mean, he was filming it live as it happens. Like,
And then there he is out of his bush costume. He just looks like a normal guy, you know,
Yeah.
like a normal, nice guy.
he painted his whole face green, and but yeah, he just basically sets up and then scares people, and that's his.
The
social media
Japanese made
content.
this popular, right?
Well, yeah, I always saw it in like South American prank shows, I guess, more like
Okay, yeah.
where like I think
Where they were like, they play all like the sound effects. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
my favorite one, I think, so like there's a bus stop and there's an ad at the end of the bus stop for a scary movie, right?
Yeah.
And so people would walk up towards the bus stop, and then like Chucky or like some little guy dressed as Chucky would jump out of the poster and chase people straight into traffic. It was amazing.
So with the Florida Bushman and him filming, because he's in a public street, then it's all open.
Yeah.
You could film
Same thing with like wavy boats and all those other
Yeah,
like,
you're just
you know.
filming the public,
Yeah.
and you're allowed to do that.
I don't know how I feel about it, really. You know, like I guess I'm not really anti it, you know, because you know, whatever. I mean, I don't
So-
want to really hate on the guy's hustle, but
I think it was yesterday actually. He put out a video where I think it was like an annual thing he does where a cop was giving him a hard time about it one time, and he was in the right. He was allowed to do it, and the cop was like giving him a real hard time.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah, I think it was yesterday. He posted the video because of the anniversary.
Was the cop just saying like, "Hey, you're not allowed to jump out and scare people," or like, "Hey, move on," or what?
I
Or-
didn't actually watch the video. I
No,
just-
okay.
yes, that's what
Is that
I
the
do.
gist? The
I just
gist-
do the headline and I make
I
assumptions.
was like cops hassling the Bushman, and he, you know, I read the little post, and I moved on.
I wonder. We do need to interview him and find out like, all
What if I
right,
told you he was in the room right now?
Yeah, it would be no way of knowing. I mean,
how much money does he make off this? What what do you think, Ross? If you're gonna guess, like,
700,000 followers. He's probably clearing 750,000 a year.
no.
Yeah.
okay, so his,
Yeah.
his followers on Instagram are 328,000. And,
No,
oh
no.
yeah, and here's the video of the cop giving him a hard time.
If you're not doing commercials, there's no. Where's the money coming from? That like a lot of people just look at the number and then assume that all the money's just flowing in.
Oh,
But
wow.
it's like without the commercials, no money.
This is a strange thing for Florida Bushman to do because he has had 5 open heart surgeries.
Really? Wow.
You'd think he'd choose something a little less jump scary, right? Maybe something a little calm, more calm. But yeah, he's a cancer survivor, a stroke survivor, and he's had 5 open heart surgeries. Yeah, I'd love to talk to this guy and just kind of see. Maybe he'd give us real world. I mean, I'm sure he has to have a regular day job, and I'm sure
Yeah,
he can
yeah.
supplement his income with a couple $1,000s, I would imagine.
And he didn't have like a handler with him getting signatures or nothing. I just kind of
No.
always assumed that was part of it. But
No,
he's just out there in the wild. in
I don't
his
know if
bush
I'd be
suit, huh?
jump scaring people these days.
Dude,
You know, like just like all I needed to know was that one America's Funniest Home video where the guy in the scarecrow suit jumps up and that black guy punches him in the face.
Yeah.
And like and like the guy's like, oh, you know, like I was like, nah, that's all I need to know.
Yeah.
I don't need to jump scare people.
Yeah, it happens at horror nights. It happens all
Yeah.
the time. Sometimes involuntarily. Sometimes a dude winds up and punches you because you scared him on purpose.
That's I think why he's holding 2 inflatable snowmen, because he pushes the snowman out. To
That's his
scare.
defense,
So if someone punches, it'll just be punching.
It's like
the
Jon
snowman.
Snow's shield.
It's exactly like John
Yeah.
Snow Shield, except it's an inflatable snowman. And what this guy's doing is equally as heroic, I would say.
Well, if you think about it, how insulted would the Night King be if you punched an inflatable snowman at him as your shield?
Yeah.
He'd be like, "Here's what your kind is, a joke to us."
Yeah, that's, you know what? You make an excellent point. There's a part of me that instantly wants to hate what this guy's doing, but I don't want to do that until I've talked to him.
Oh no! I'm a very much a fan. I assumed you guys had known him and interviewed him or something.
No.
I'd
Well-
love to talk to him.
And the thing, like, it's just you figured out, like, oh, I could do this and film it. People will watch it. It's smart. Although I don't know what's the longevity of it. I guess people will watch it and they'll just jump on and watch. Like, because it's interesting. My whole family.
121,000 on TikTok.
We were literally sitting at an outside table across from him doing this, and we were just the whole dinner we were just watching him. So like we were doing it live, and the people just get on like TikTok live or Instagram live, and they're just doing the same thing.
Okay,
Oh,
so SJ knows YouTube pretty well, and based on this guy's numbers, 274,000 subscribers with couple, almost 1,000 videos, let's say, he could be making between $2,000 and $5,000 a month.
Okay, yeah,
just on his channel.
Yeah.
And he
That
probably
makes sense.
does other things. I don't know if he does public appearances or if he supplements his income that way, or maybe a little cameo here and there,
What I want to know is, like, did he just have the ghillie suit and came up with this, or did he like have the idea and go out and get a ghillie suit and make it happen?
The one that I liked was the Japanese one from years and years and years ago, where it was a little Japanese guy about my height, like 5'2", 5 foot.
Yeah.
And he wore a tuxedo and a little bowler's hat. And he would walk up really fast just behind people as they were like walking, and he'd just get like right behind them and be like, and he would just do like, he would just yell, and then they'd freak out, and then he'd just like go back to like walking like just normal.
Yeah.
Like that was
scaring
the
the public.
original one.
Yeah.
That was the first one I saw. I was like, this guy's nuts.
There's a lot of busking in St. Augustine. I think more than it's probably the busking capital of Florida, right? Because I don't know if a lot goes on in like South Beach. I haven't been
Is
there
it
in a long time.
busking or is it singing homeless?
Well, no, there's like, I mean, there was a violinist that had like he was playing good, like well. And you could tell he's a professional, and he was playing on the street. There was a guy with pythons, and then you could hold and take a picture with the pythons
That's
for
different.
$30.
I don't put that in busking.
I mean, it's
What are you?
You're working for tips essentially, or I guess he was charging. Take a picture with my python. It's close to
busking. You gotta have a skill. There's
I
like
feel
a performance involved.
I want a performance.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like you should play a violin or sing, play a guitar.
This guy's just an animal handler. Basically.
Yeah. If you,
Okay,
if
yeah.
you just have like a snake and a dog with goggles on.
No,
Couple
but-
parrots.
But I saw a cat show one time
I do love a good cat
in
show.
Key West, and I
That
put
counts.
that in the
That's
category of
busking.
busking. Like it was like a guy
No,
who's
it's
famous down
it's
there.
the famous Key West cats. I think we had him booked for a BDM event one time, and then like COVID
He's
happened.
like trained cats, and he
Yeah.
does like cat tricks with them. And but that's under busking, I would put it.
I would agree with that.
So
But the cats are doing tricks. These snakes do not do tricks. Game over.
Can you make a snake do tricks? I don't think you
Sure,
can.
you can make it like braid itself or
So
something.
he was the snake guy was because all the kids walked up to him and were like, oh, and then like the wizard kid was like, I want a picture with the snake, and then I was like, all right, how much for a picture? He's $30. I was like,
$30, mother ever.
I'm like, $30.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn.
if you want the snake to go on your face.
And then there was some other kid, some schmuck paying $30 for that, and I'm like,
British kids will schmuck out on $30 because they don't have snakes in England.
I told the wizard kid, like, no,
St.
just
Patrick.
keep walking. I'm like, I'm paying $30 for you to take a picture.
$30.
That's too much. I'd have paid
My
$10.
God, what are we at Sleuth's Dinner Theater? And I'm
Yeah.
trying to buy that keychain photo
That's-
that you took at the end of the night.
That's way too much.
God almighty. $30? You should have done it though. Just
No,
to see.
hell no.
Is it your
That's
own
a
photo?
highway robbery.
Is it your own photo?
Yeah, you take a picture
no,
of yourself.
I'll take my own. What are you
I'm
gonna do
gonna
about
say, put the kid like 10 feet in front of the guy,
Yeah.
walk over, just take a picture.
it?
You
Yeah,
know?
what's that guy gonna do?
He's gonna yell at you.
He's gonna do nothing because he has those snakes.
He puts the
He can't
snakes
run.
over. Like we were taking pictures, but
Hey!
Right.
he put the snake over your neck or the kid's neck.
Well, that's worth $30. If you don't want to pay $30, you get a picture of you next to a guy with a snake.
yeah, but he's picking
What
up
was
the
he
snake.
wearing?
He was like a bald white biker dude.
Okay, they always are.
Yeah.
They always are.
Yeah.
Looks
Yeah,
like
yeah.
The hard part is getting the snakes there on your bike.
They want to slither out of my saddlebags. I had one slither out one time, get caught up in the chain.
The motorcycle vibration drives them
It
nuts.
was man. They fall asleep like they're in the freezer.
We also I lucked out so much because at the end of the night, Crystal had planned a 9:30 tour of St. Augustine.
Oh my God! A 9:30.
And it was like
Can't
an
you guys do nothing? Just do nothing.
it was like an electric like a big long
Segway
golf cart
Right.
around St. Augustine to tour the lights or whatever.
Yeah.
And by 9:30 I'm drunk. I'm like tired as hell because I've been loading all day, loading, unloading, crash the boat into the dock, loading. Anyway,
Did you miss the golf cart turning on ceremony?
And Chris was like, "Get ready, the golf cart's gonna be here in 5 minutes."
Golf cart.
Oh my God, damn! Even the kids that were playing Roblox in the hotel, they're like, "Oh God, no one wanted
You
to
guys gotta stop doing stuff.
and then the guy never showed. I'm like,
Oh,
I'm like, yes.
Even he didn't want to do it.
No call, no show.
Snake's got him.
Crystal texting. I'm like, where are you?
Where are you? I have some pretty disappointed young men here that were happy to see. I have some pretty disappointed little kids here that wanted to see the Festival of Lights.
We were so happy that the guy didn't show up. I was like, that guy saved me. Thank God. He didn't
But he
show
got
up.
your money or no? Like,
No, we didn't pay. Like, you pay at the time. I don't know what the hell.
He definitely
I'm just along for
fitting
the
all
ride.
crazy.
I'm just a loader. I'm just here to load. All right, let's take a break. We'll be back with more corporate time.